Hi everyone, so today I am going to be doing a makeup date. I feel like I haven't done one in a while, but I think I'm trying to spread them out a little bit more this year. Last year I did them almost every week, which was crazy. But I think this month I'm planning to do, or this year, planning on doing them about every other week. Plus I'm tacking on kind of like a focus section where I can just talk about like a certain category that I'm focusing on. This time I'll actually be talking about my focus skincare products because I don't often roll them into projects, and so I thought it would be at least nice to document what am I currently using right now, what's my progress, and kind of, just to add that on to these makeup dates. So today I'll be talking about my outs. I actually have no ins other than like some frankens stuff, so I'll talk about that. And then I'll talk about some of the skincare products that I'm focusing on right now. So let's go with my outs. I have a bag here. The first thing on top here is the bag that held all of my makeup sponges. I've actually been using disposable makeup sponges. I get these from a Japanese kind of like dollar store type thing. They're not actually a dollar, but like discount store. And this whole bag for 15 sponges is less than $2, which is super impressive to me because I do reuse them. I have one that's dirty because I just did my makeup and use that. I have one more left from that pack that is clean right now and ready for use. As you can see, they do stain, so I really only keep these around for like 3 to 5 days, and then once I'm like kind of ick about it, then I rotate them out and bring in a new one. So this has actually been a great solution for me because, well, one, having 15 sponges for $2 is amazing, but also the fact that I am able to use, let's see, 15, 3 to 5 days, let's say like upwards 5 days. Brain math is not working. Help. 75 days? Is that right? 15 times 5? 50, 25, yeah, 20, 75 days worth of makeup sponges essentially in one bag, which is awesome. So that's, about 2.5 months or so. Which I think is pretty great. And plus I don't do my makeup every day, so that usually extends to like 3 months. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on there. I do still have one like full-size regular like actual, makeup sponge that I need to work through, so I might use that later on this year. But it's like I feel like I have my makeup sponge game figured out. And I'm also actually getting back to using brushes and some cream products. I just feel like more comfortable with some of the cream products that I'm working through right now to use brushes for. So we'll see how it goes, but thankfully I don't have like an overstock of them, and I'm not unhappy about my makeup sponge situation because last year I definitely was working through a lot, if you guys were following me on that journey. All right, I have the rest of them are all skincare. The first one here is an Aquaphor stick. I just like had this lying around. I was like, I just need to use this up. For some reason I was reserving it as part of like my lipstick graveyard, like to franken it with stuff because it's kind of a stiffer formula of Aquaphor, and so I was trying to use it up that way, but honestly I don't need to keep this around. I have other things now, so I dug it out. That's pretty much all I had left, was just to like dig it out, and I've been having some eczema stuff, so use that up. Very happy about finishing that one up. And then this is more just like an empty packaging that I'm moving out. This was like 15 milliliters of the Pharmacy Honey Halo Moisturizer. And this is a really awkward shape. As you can see, it's a hexagon. And not only is it a hexagon on the outside, it's a hexagon on the inside. So to like dig around and like get everything out, it was like, I don't think I can repurpose this as much as it looks really cute, but it just is not easy to use out of. This one, on the other hand, I will keep around and actually will be putting in my current moisturizer into, but I did finish up this deluxe size sample of the MAC Hyper Real Skin Canvas Balm. I thought it was okay. It's a little bit too perfumed and scented for me. I believe this is made in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. It says it has a Japanese peony extract, so at the very least, I think there's some sort of Japanese inspiration with it. And I'm trying to peel this off to see if I can see where it's made. Made in Canada. Okay, so maybe not. But yeah, I think like it was like a high-end moisturizer. Like I really can't say anything else about it. Not one that I am super like need to get. It smelled nice, but I think especially for my facial moisturizer, I don't really need that. So what I'll be doing is actually I'm bringing in my Advanced Snail 92 all-in-one cream. and I will actually be putting this in here just so that it's a little bit more of a manageable size on my vanity from day to day. This one's like, if you've never seen, I mean, a lot of people have heard about the snail mucin essence. It's really hard to say. But this one actually does have a similar texture. So if you're like weirded out by the texture, like probably not for you. As you can see there, that's kind of that texture there. But yes, I'm looking forward to putting this, because this is 100 milliliters, into that smaller 15 milliliter one. It'll take a long time, but yes. And is that a good segue? Do I have anything else to talk about in terms of my outs? I think that's it. So actually that's a good segue into like my skincare focuses for the month. I already talked about the snail mucin cream that I am working in now. And actually I am started working on my snail mucin essence again as my serum, and I put it into this bottle here. So this bottle is actually really nice. One, it's glass, so it feels nice, but also the wording, the branding on here is vertical, so then I can basically like just track it right down the side there. So that's really nice, and it's actually been good to see I'm about a little over a fourth of the way through. So it feels good to be working through this pretty quickly. This 1 ounce, and then, you know, I'll continue to work through the 3.3-ish ounces of the essence throughout. I think it'll only last me about half a year, which is, last year it lasted me the whole year because I was using other serums on top of it, but it being my primary serum and one I used morning and night, that's kind of how fast it's going now. Okay, other skincare items is something I mix into my serum is the niacinamide powder from The Ordinary. I know that they have like the niacinamide serum, but they actually have a powder version of it that's like 100% niacinamide. And so I picked that up, one, because it's a powder, so I feel like it's a little bit more stable and like doesn't go off necessarily. But also that I'm able to mix it. And so I found that it actually does mix well with the essence that I'm using. And so I actually put it into this Laura Mercier powder, and I just, so it's a smaller container, and then I just kind of shake it out every day, kind of like what you do with a loose powder. But I just mix, like I put the essence in my hand, put the powder in my hand, and mix it together until it doesn't feel gritty anymore on my hands, and then I put it on my face, and seems to be doing okay. I've had a couple breakouts lately. I don't know if it's like my pillowcase was dirty, my hormones are going crazy because I'm also stressed, but I feel like it hasn't aggravated anything, which I can't say about all the skincare products I've used in the past. So that's that. Okay, I think one last skincare product to talk about, and that is my eye cream. This is actually from like I don't know, like some sort of kit from Bobbi Brown that I got from the CCO. This is her vitamin enriched eye base. Pretty basic eye cream for me. It smells really nice, and I have, quote, hit pan, if you will. So yeah, just kind of working at it. Thankfully I don't think I have any eye creams in my collection right now. So once I get close to getting this done, I need to kind of figure out what's the next step. If it's time for me to go to the CCO and see what they have there, or to pick up a sample or something, because samples can last me a long time from Sephora. That's like the only reason I go to Sephora now, is like pick up samples, because I don't have an account there anymore. Like if I just want to try something, I will get stuff there. I guess that's the one in I had recently, and I don't have it with me. Do I have? No, I don't. Oh, I do. I was like, where is the bag that I thought I put it into? I think it's in here. If it's not, then it must be in my other bag. Dig. Basically, the backstory is that I wanted to try out the hack where you use like basically like brow gel to like as not brow gel, sorry, you use hair gel as brow gel, and so I just wanted to try that out. I guess it's not where I thought it would be. All right, well, we'll see where I put it this time around. Oh, here it is. I had a feeling it was in this bag. I was like, I just don't know which pocket. So I picked up one brow product, one hair product to try to use in my brows. One of them is from the brand Pattern. It was their Edge Control. I think it's the yellowish one. And so I'm hoping that the texture will be decent on my brows. Honestly, I do have like baby hairs and stuff, so I'm not opposed to using it there either. And then the store associate also recommended the Grande Brow Laminate, which smells different, but has a similar kind of feel to it. So that one's clear. And I also have another thought in mind, is me being the Franken panner, want to figure out other options for myself. I don't know if this is a good idea. I need to like, I think I'm gonna risk it just for experimentation reasons, but I'm also interested to see if I could mix eyeshadow into this to make a mascara. My thought process is like, if I'm basically using mascara to hold up my curl, because I'm not looking for like volumizing, or maybe a little bit of lengthening, but like mainly just to hold up my curl and define my lashes, I don't feel like I need like a super special formula, right? My main concern with that thought is that I don't know if these are eye safe. Of course, I think when I do my experiment, I'll mainly use it on the tips of my lashes. So I'm hoping that will help. I'm going to mainly look for it to just hold the curl of my eyelashes, which will be, you know, I don't know if that's counterintuitive. Edge of lashes, trying to hold a curl might not work out. But in the name of experimentation, pick these up kind of as just something fun to play with. But I guess that's my in for the month. But yeah, side story as well is that I only go into Sephora to get samples because I have basically boycotted that store as a whole. I have a whole video on that. But yeah, I think that's just kind of where I'm at right now in my makeup consumerism journey. Okay, so I also wanted to talk, did I already finish on my skincare products? I think I did. I don't really have too much more to talk about. Recent Frankens, I started my penning bingo project. It's gonna be long, huge, tedious, but in the process of starting to move packaging out of my collection, I already Frankened a few things, so just wanted to again just highlight that here. I took some product from this cream blush here from Danessa Myricks, super bold, super pigmented, and mix it in with my panned Becca highlight. So now it's almost full now. As you can see, I left a ring of the highlight just around here, just for safekeeping in case I want to, you know, do this again. But otherwise, I just melted the rest of it. I did do like a full, yeah, I did like a full melt where I basically used my typical like lipstick melting technique with a spoon and actually like really melted it, because otherwise it was like I could melt the top but then it was super creamy underneath that and it was difficult, especially with my sponge. Maybe with a brush it wouldn't matter as much, but that was just something I ran into. So so this is like a fully melted like product in here now. And then otherwise I think I also did that same full melt into my groundwork and bougie mix here. So it was split half and half for a few days, and then I was like, it's really hard to use. It's like I was using both of them as contour, as a cream contour for underpainting, and it was just hard to evenly pick up the two. So I was like, I'm just gonna do a full melt and then kind of go from there. So that's what's going on there in terms of Frankens. I have a few of Frankens I think already lined up. I've decided, I think, for this bronzer that I have, I've shown it a few times, but I just like haven't touched it, is that I need to mix it with something. So I think I'm going to be mixing it with this contour shade that I've had a lot more pan in. And then I might also play around with the idea of actually also mixing it in with the blush as well, just to see if, sorry, the ring light glare is frustrating. But basically, yeah, like can I actually transform it? I can actually show you guys if I do like 2 swatches on my hand of the bronzer, which is like super frustrating to use because it's like too shimmery to be a contour or a bronzer really on its own, too warm to be a bronzer, but also too dark and brown to be a blush. So it's just been a really, really frustrating shade. So this is, both of them are the same. If I put on the blush, I'll do that on this side. Me experimenting live on camera, of course. So that's the side with the blush. Now, as you can tell, it's a lot lighter and probably more wearable. I don't mind that it's a little bit brown. I don't mind like a brownish blush, but like the bronzer on its own could not, for me at least, could not be a blush. The other one I will mix with a brush because it tends to get hard pan, so I don't want to risk getting hard pan just for the sake of this. Okay, so on this side I mixed in the MAC Omega shadow, which is a lot cooler. As you can see, it made it a lot cooler and not as warm anymore, and I think a lot more workable as a contour topper. So that's my thought there. Just kind of a way for me to start working through things. The MAC Warm Soul blush, I'm really proud of how flat it's getting. It's super flat, but given that it's a mineralized skin blush, it's not going to like hit pan until I'm nearly done. I'm getting a little impatient just given like how light it is on my skin, and it almost feels like it doesn't show up. Like it's a really nice natural flush because of how like sheer it is, but in terms of like the impact, I'm like getting a little bored of it. So I might prematurely hit pan on it by frankening it. I feel bad because my style of panning is to hit pan first and then franken, but I think given this blush, I don't know. I'm getting more frustrated that I haven't hit pan yet. So I think I need to give it just a little bit more thought before I pull the trigger, just because I'm working through other stuff right now. So just trying to give myself just a little bit more time. Due to my impulsive nature around panning, I think I need to be a little bit more careful than impulsive. Albeit I'll use things up no matter what. I don't think I'll ever regret it per se, but I think I just want to be more mindful about it. All right. So I think that's about it for this update. Hopefully a little bit shorter and sweeter than other ones. Still long just because I tend to ramble. If you haven't been to a makeup date before, this is the spot where I just get to ramble and talk and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm hoping that I will get back to a more like regular filming schedule. I feel like the first few weeks of January were like chaotic. I just feel like I had so much stuff starting up, and I was batch filming multiple videos, but I really would like to get down to about batch filming 2 videos, which I know isn't much of a batch, but 2 videos a week, and you know, subsequently posting kind of in increments like that. And I think that would be a lot manageable for me. So hoping I can slow down just a little bit. So I know that you've seen a lot of uploads come on my channel recently, but hopefully here on out, it'll be around 2 videos a week is my thought, unless something comes up. But yeah, hopefully you are doing well with your makeup usage journey, and I wish you the best. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.